Hey guys, it's No Gluten for You. This isn't technically my first video. The first video I made was a 20-minute long video that ended up not having the audio match well with the video. So I'm making another one, but this one's going to be a lot shorter because I'm just going to basically answer a couple of questions that were sent to me. But just so you know a little bit about me, I'm 26, I am gluten-free, vegetarian. I have a wheat intolerance. I'm not gluten-free by choice, although I am reading the book Wheat Belly, and I think that by the time I'm finished with that, I will have seen that maybe wheat isn't the best thing. Anyways, a couple of questions that I got. One was from an Anon, and it says, what would you say is the most effective way to lose belly fat faster than a month? Not lose it completely, that is pretty impossible in a month, but to lose a good amount. My best advice would be cardio. Cardio. You can't target belly fat or any specific kind of fat, but if you run or do Zumba or anything like that, then you're gonna give your whole body a workout. And I mean, what I do is I run, I lift weights, and I stretch, and that's pretty much it. And I've lost a little over time, but I also don't have a lot more to lose. But for me, it's also diet. My diet determines whether or not I lose weight. It's not always the exercise, but if you have a lot of weight to lose, you need to do both. A lot of processed foods are what keep weight on me, so I try to avoid that when I can. You can always check out on my Tumblr, I have a food logs tab, and it's not just food logs, it's also my exercise and fitness logs, so you can always check that out too. The second question I have is from Happy and Healthy 96, and she writes, what is the 5 most common mistakes vegans and vegetarians make? In the beginning, when I first became vegetarian, one thing that I found that I thought of, but not everybody might think of, is when you look in the ingredients for things like soup, even if it's a vegetable soup, a lot of them use chicken broth, and you're like, ooh, well, obviously that's not vegetarian. And there's things like gelatin, which are in marshmallows, and the Parmesan cheese is made with, I believe it's stomach linings of pigs or whatever it is. So it depends on how strict of a vegetarian you want to be. Obviously, if you're vegan, you don't want anything from an animal. So that's just a couple of things that I, mistake the soup and stuff like that. Going into restaurants, making sure that they don't use broths when they're cooking their vegetables and stuff. It's just asking a lot of questions. And when you go over to people's houses, what are they using? It's basically just, you gotta ask yourself, would there be possibly any meat in this, or would you use it? A lot of cheeses, processed cheese, like Velveeta and stuff like that, that's not real cheese, it's not even 100%. That is made with animal products, so you gotta be wary. Places like Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, which might be a New England thing, I'm not sure. I know they have Whole Foods in California, but they will clearly label if something is vegan or sometimes even vegetarian, and you can always ask at the help desk. And then one other question I got is, what is your advice for someone who is starting to work out and eat healthy? Where so we start? I'm guessing that meant where do we start? Is 5 days a week a good start? Basically, every day you should try and give it your all. 3 to 4 days a week is a great place to start if you're talking about working out. For me, though, surprisingly, when I used to work out 3 to 4 days a week, I found that I was kind of, I guess you could say, dreading it more so. Now that I work out 6 days a week, I actually look forward to it. It's part of my everyday, and my my rest day, my Tuesday rest day, actually feels boring to me. But the only reason why I take it as a complete rest day is because it's the one day that I work 10 to 4 shift, and by the time I get home, I'm kind of too tired to do anything. But 6 days a week keeps me active and makes me feel really good. It's really good for my mental health, too. I just feel better. I feel like, say, for instance, when my boyfriend and I get into a little fight or something, I get over it faster now because I feel like my mind state is just good. I'm happier as a person, and the endorphins are kind of addicting. But as far as health food goes, you should think about everything you put into your body. Is it clean? Is it something that's a whole food? You know, something that grew out of the ground? The least amount of processing, the better. Basically, my thing is recently is if I don't recognize an ingredients on the label, I don't really want to eat it. And I'm kind of transitioning body washes and toothpaste and body lotion too, because you think about it. I mean, I'm not super sensitive to gluten, but my body wash, when you wash your skin, it slowly gets absorbed into the skin, which then goes into your bloodstream. And if you have an issue like a wheat intolerance or something, then you're still putting it into your body. So I bought a kind of neat body wash, and it's funny because it has all these ingredients that I recognize, like coconut water and coconut milk and stuff like that. No chemicals, all natural. And when I wash with it, I actually feel squeaky clean. Like there's a squeak. It's not like a soapy film residue on it like most normal stuff. But if you have any questions and you want them to be featured in the next video, send me a question that says video question, and any other questions that I don't answer for those, I will make sure to answer on my blog. So visit me at No Gluten For You, and I love y'all.